10 years of Cass as a business school, so much has changed for the consumer. A decade ago, online shopping was still pretty novel. Now, it's a fairly standard way to go out buying things. 10 years' time from now, it may well be the default. Professor Vince Mitchell has been following the trends of consumerism through that period and has been looking ahead into the future and joins me now. Professor Mitchell, you say interactivity is going to be one of the big new things of the next decade.
For the next decade, what we're going to see is an increasing in interactivity. Brands have got more things in the marketing armoury to be more interactive with consumers. That's only going to get more, and also consumers are now more able and willing to give their attention to brands, because brands are becoming more interesting in involving themselves in consumers' lives in a much more nuanced and subtle kind of way. And as part of that, one of the consequences is personalisation. So take Facebook, for example. On Facebook, if you want to buy a Converse trainer, you can personalise that Converse trainer for your friends. L'Oreal and Bloomingdale in the US allows you to upload an avatar. In that avatar, you can then dress your avatar and use that as your personal stylist as you walk into Bloomingdale's. And of course, we'll be increasingly seeing this personalisation seen in our preferences, not only for clothes, but also for food. So now we can find where you have sushi, but increasingly we'll see that being personalised to search results that give you the best deal because that's what you're looking for, the best quality because that's what we know, or maybe based upon your loyalty on your Foursquare checking profile, and that will personalise the search to what you really want.
And you say central to this is going to be the mobile phone, the mobile almost becoming the remote control of our lives.
That is the key phrase. The remote control of people's lives is now in our hands, it's in our mobiles. Take, for example, if you are wanting to use augmented reality. What that does is it overlays on what you're seeing anything that you want to put on there, any application. So if you're going to a store for furniture, you might take some photographs of that furniture, you go home, you overlay it on your home so you can see where it would actually look like. Airwalk did the first ever pop-up invisible store using augmented reality and GPS technology. So you walk along to a particular place, you put up your mobile phone and you see the Airwalk trainer actually suspended in midair, and you can only buy it from that place. So we're seeing lots of ways of brands interacting. The other major point about interacting, we're going to see a revolution in retail. We used to have to go to shops physically. Online shopping has removed that, but now physical shops are coming to us. In Korea, Tesco, at their Home Plus stores there, made a huge campaign where they plastered posters on tube walls, which were virtual shops, where you used a QR code to actually download products into your shopping basket, which were then delivered to your home. Walmart have launched the first virtual toy store, and we're going to see a lot more of this in the future.
So this is almost the virtual world replacing the real world, and from what I've read of what you've been looking at, no more so than in the area of social media.
Well, that's partly true. And we can see where it's replacing, but mainly it's about complementing. What we're seeing is a disintegration of people's identity within a physical space. So we might not see ourselves like our neighbours as much as we did. Why? Because we see ourselves more like the people that we find online in social networks and social communities. So that disaggregation and our sense of identity is becoming less physical and more virtual as we identify with these people who have much more in common than we have than necessarily our neighbours do. It's going to be extremely exciting. There's going to be something for everybody, and that's very exciting for marketers and consumers.
Professor Vince Mitchell, thank you very much.